after a night at Walmart in Rock Springs, where I made some temporary repairs to the motorhome, we headed back out on the road, passing Green River, where we were supposed to spend the night the previous night. We made a brief stop at Fort Bridger.
Fort Bridger? It's alright, it just was a stop. I was like, there's something to stop and see on the way, but we certainly don't have to do that.
But we didn't stay. We needed to get down the road to Salt Lake City, where I could do some proper repairs to the motorhome. So we kept on keeping on to Salt Lake City and our RV park for the next couple of nights, Pony Express RV Park, which is now a Sun Outdoors park. Now, there's not much to say about this RV park except it sucks. The spaces are crammed together, even the cabins. The quote-unquote grass spots are all dead, and it's surrounded by freeways. And when we asked to move spots because the one they gave us initially was way too close to the freeway, they gave us a hard time about it. The only good thing to say is the bathrooms were really nice, although there's nowhere to put your stuff. There's also access from the RV park to this trail into town that I took the e-bike out on, but otherwise I would not recommend staying here. So after we spent the night, showered, applied a couple more stickers to the motorhome for Scotts Bluff and for Laramie, I repaired our damaged headlights, and we packed up and left Pony Express RV Park and headed into Salt Lake City. We walked by the temple complex, then went into the visitors center to get some information about where to go and what to see. They recommended we check out this art installation that was out in front of the convention center. Then we headed into this complex called City Creek, which was really just a giant mall with this creek running through it. Despite covering almost 4 city blocks, there weren't any interesting stores, just the usual brand name department stores. But the water features that ran through the complex were really neat. And of course, being a mall, it had a food court, which did have lots of cool places to eat, including a red iguana. So we all got some tasty lunch from various places before hopping back in the motorhome and driving past the Capitol building. We made one last bookstore stop for this trip at Ken Sanders' Rare Books, which was absolutely packed floor to ceiling with used books. And then that was it. Our trip was pretty much over. We left Salt Lake City and we drove past the Great Salt Lake and the Salt Flats and into Nevada. We drove on across Nevada and into the sunset until it got dark. And we made it as far as Winnemucca, where we stayed the night at a Walmart.
Say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning from Winnemucca, Nevada.
Then it was back onto the road, headed west towards Reno, Nevada, where we stopped at one of our old stomping grounds, the Nugget Casino, to get breakfast at Rosie's Cafe. We used to come and stay at the Nugget a lot when the kids were little, and Rosie's Cafe was one of our favorite places to go. Then it was back on the road and back into our home state of California.
We're back.
Where we stopped at Granite Flat Campground in Truckee for the night. The next morning, it was a little fishing for me and Jack. Then we added our last sticker from this trip to the motorhome. And then we finally went home. Thanks for joining us on this trip, and be sure to subscribe to see our future travels. And thanks for watching.